Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to the pre-match podcast of Paris Saint-Germain versus Sporting Lisbon. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, and yeah, let's get into it. It's going to be an easy game. Again, like I'm gonna go in with high expectations, but after the recent performance, man, that was completely disgusting. Like I've forgotten, completely forgotten how disgusting that performance was. So, I mean, we can just hope for the best. Um, it should be a great game. Should be a great game. The only thing now that we're coming to the last games of the Champions League group stage, games matter more than they mattered before. 2 games left. Let's take a look at where Sporting is. I think Sporting has like 11 points, 10 points. I think they're already through to the round of 32. So the only thing they were pushing for now, they got 10 points. So basically, they need one draw. Let me see who they got left apart from us. I think Bayern? No, Bilbao away. And depending how Bilbao look or what Bilbao do this week, I think if Bilbao win their game this time, this match week 7, then if they win that one, they can go through. But yeah, Sporting basically only need 1 point to make it through. So neither of us will be relegated. If we get a win, we'll guarantee a top 8 spot. That's the biggest thing. Yusuf Freshi. وعليكم السلام أخي. It was because of Donnarumma saved us versus Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa. So we need Chevalier to be good. 100%. 100%. For me, when it comes to the Champions League and winning the tournament, you got to have a strong keeper and you gotta have a strong attacking player or attacking players. PSG last season, we had Donnarumma, but we also had Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Desiree and Ousmane Dembele, and Bradley Barcola, and Ashraf Hakimi. And Hakimi behavior, there's only one thing I remember from Hakim. It's like bad behavior. That's when he took away the towel. Look, I think when it comes to humans, and this is not me wanting. Look, what Hakima did was absolutely disgusting. All right, there's no. I'm not here to defend her or anything. But one thing I want to say is, the environment you're around will definitely affect you as a human. And I think Ashraf Hakimi was just part of a very disgusting environment, which made him do a disgusting thing. Um, but yeah, as a human, as an Arab, as a Muslim, I was disgusted by what I saw from Ashraf Hakimi. As a Paris Saint-Germain supporter, I was disgusted. But yeah, that's it. How's their league form? Cheeky there. Welcome, Psych. Welcome, Psych. Or Himothy. Do you want me to start calling you Himothy? Let me see. So this is, I guess. So they actually lost in the cup game recently in the semifinal versus Vitoria. 1-3-0, 1-1, 4-0 Rio Ave, 4-1 Vitoria in the league. 3 to Santa Clara. That was the cup. 6-0 AVS. Lost to Bayern 3-1. Benfica 1-1. And they are sitting second, 7 points behind Porto. But a better goal difference. They've scored 50 goals, conceded 9. Porto have scored 37, only conceded 4. So I guess defensively they haven't been the best. Scoring 50 goals. Let's look at their Champions League numbers. No. They've scored 8 and conceded 4. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, what's going on? I mean, no, 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 no. It was disgusting. Like my reaction would have been even more disgusting. Like when I made the video, at least, I'd already was maybe like what 6 hours from the game. So like the emotions had gone away, and I could talk about it more calmly. If it was straight after the game or during the game, man, I was cooked, man. I was cooked. I mean, Orlean. The best look for me, it was quite clear what happened. And I will tell you the two main reasons why I think he missed it on purpose. The first thing is there's a video, and I remember this when I was watching live. Someone from some delegation talking with Sadio Mane. Senegalese players left the locker room and they were not gonna come back. Why do you think Mane? Because I was like, yo, that's crazy aura for Mane. Just going into the locker room, they come out immediately. But yeah, it was quite clear. The Moroccan delegation had told Sadio Mane, if you bring back the players, we'll miss the penalty on purpose and we'll continue the game in extra time. The second thing is the reaction, Orlean. I mean, if you look at Brahim Diaz's reaction, if you look at the Senegalese players' reaction, it was quite evident. And Orlean, I've been following this entire AFCON tournament from the first group stage game until the last one, and he's been filled with corruption. Even the Nigeria game, you could say they were missing penalties on purpose because of bribery or other stuff. So yeah, it was not surprising for me that he missed it on purpose there in the final. But yeah, those are my two obvious reasons for it. I mean, I don't think it was funny. I don't think any of the stuff that came out of this AFCON, especially the final, was a funny thing. I think it was very disgusting. I would absolutely love it. Dembo's hat trick. S- Yeah, second to last group stage game last time versus Stuttgart. Dembo's hat trick away in Germany. We had the wings kit. Now we had the beautiful red kit. So Benedict Mbaye was cooking when he came on and has been cooking the entire AFCON. Very happy to have him back soon. I think both him and Hakimi, from the reports I've read, should be back for the squad against Auxerre on the weekend. So yeah, Club Euro, Club Moreno. Appreciate it, man. Okay, I mean, massive underdog story that would be. Dub 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 dub. Yeah, I saw that. Very great from him. Uh, yeah, I was thinking about making it, but yeah, we'll have the preview here instead. Brief explanation, just massive corruption. Senegal got a goal, wrongfully disallowed. Referee blew his whistle before the goal was scored, so they couldn't check it off the VAR. Then Morocco get a massively disgusting penalty. I mean, it's not penalty in any way or shape or form. And the Senegalese players couldn't take it anymore after the entire corruption in the entire tournament. When you add on top of that, so the Senegalese players went into their locker room not wanting to continue the game. Yo, what's up, sir? No, no. It was quite evident. But has disgusting behavior mode from 5 minute great scandal for ref check the VR. Okay, so the first thing is earlier. No, I think Brahim Diaz for the entire 15-minute period when the Senegalese players in the locker room and everything he wanted. Even if you check the video, someone talked to Brahim Diaz right when Sadio Mane went and took in the players. So yeah, I think Brahim Diaz obviously wanted to score as everyone else would have wanted to score, but then he got told you got to miss it, man. And kissing the ball, I mean, why would that matter? Why would that matter if he kissed the ball or not? I don't know. With Morocco? What do you mean by that? Dub dub dub. One tournament is everything you think Morocco did in AFCON, and even without the corruption, Algeria wouldn't have won it. Yeah, Algeria. No, honestly, I'm gonna be fully honest when it comes to Algeria. We've been so bad. And if you look at my thoughts when we went into the tournament, I was like, let's see what happens. I had Morocco first and Senegal as my two favorites going to AFCON. But then when you go into the tournament and we were cooking when having so many ballers, man, I think maybe I became a little bit overconfident. But again, I always support my team. But yeah, I think it was great experience from Algeria's perspective. Lost two times with Ghanat in the group stage. This time we went into the quarterfinals, so improvement from Algeria. But yeah, no, Nigeria were really strong. I think we could have potentially also lost to Morocco, also lost to Senegal, who I think were the strongest team in AFCON. So yeah, we just have to improve. So even without the referee scandal and the corruption, maybe Algeria wouldn't have won it. That's not why I was hating on the corruption and everything. And the reason I made calling Morocco the Israel of Africa is not just because of this AFCON. This AFCON was basically enough proof, at least for some people that are not aware of the situation. The main reason is, you know, in 2021, they made strong relations with Israel, which, well, up to 80% of the Moroccans are against, and they continue doing military exercises with them and everything. And they see themselves as a European nation leaving the African Union, being the only African nation to ever join the African Union and leave it. So yeah, no, AFCON was not the only reason I called them that. Yeah, happy for him. What's the next haircut? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Maybe just keeping it, I guess. I was thinking maybe doing braids if it gets really. I could do braids now, but yeah, I have no plan. Mm, no, today was just I was playing with friends, and I don't know. When it comes to pre-match podcasts, I guess I have less interest in some of them and so on, depending on what game and so on, and the importance of it. And I like these really late streams when everybody's asleep in my house and I can just chill and vibe. And I understand it's very hard for you guys to watch it who are not in that time zone and everything. But yeah. No, I mean, from the Moroccan, it was disgusting throughout the tournament. I mean, well, people are not even aware what happened before the final. I mean, even the Senegalese Federation had to come out and say, Morocco did disgusting stuff to us before the final. And the Tau stuff was just the bare minimum. I mean, it was just so much mental warfare. And I think the best way to describe everything Morocco did in this tournament is that they had invested so much in obviously building all the stadiums and getting AFCON, and then it was massive bribery behind closed doors between Lakhlaj, the vice president of AFCON, to the main president of AFCON to get AFCON into Morocco. So they had spent so much money, and Morocco, there's a high poverty there, high unemployment for youth, which means they're not prioritizing their own people. They would rather have an AFCON to showcase for the world and showcase for Africa rather than using that money for their own people. So they had put so much money and bribery and corruption into the tournament that they had the belief that we can't lose this tournament. So they were doing every single tactic, including taking away towels from goalkeepers, which we have never seen. I've never seen this in any football tournament. The most disgusting stuff I've ever seen, man. 100% zero. Even the video I recently posted, one thing I always made clear is you got to distance the Moroccan Zionistic regime, Mohammed Sadis and all the people alongside him and his father and everything, and the Moroccan people. What the Moroccan regime has done and the protests that have been going on in Morocco and what the Moroccan regime has done against them is absolutely filthy. It's just not being covered by mainstream news, so people are not aware of it and everything. But no, it's for me one unfortunate thing with me being an Algerian. I think there's a lot of propaganda and media hate that makes Algerians and Moroccans hate each other. I think there are plenty of Moroccans I dislike because of their opinions and so on, but majority of Moroccans I have a very positive image of, and I think it should be the same for other Algerians and same for other Moroccans towards Algerians. Unfortunately, that propaganda, blinds a lot of people and so on. But yeah, no, I make it always very clear. Huge difference between the Zionistic regime of Morocco and majority of the Moroccan population, which are pro-Palestine and do not want Morocco to continue, being a great ally of Israel. But obviously, the Moroccan Zionistic regime has sold itself out and do not want to the best for its people. Wait, wait, 1 second. 1 second. Hello. Hello? No. Welcome. What the fuck, man? I want you to say something, especially in Dutch, and it's just English. Welcome and hi. But yeah, welcome, Elmo, man. Long time ago, man. 100%. But honestly, Arlian, because And this is something a lot of people should be prepared for the upcoming World Cup 2026 in America. You know, a lot of people say, I just want to talk football. I want to distance it from politics. We're coming to a stage where politics and football is entwined with each other. You can't talk about football without talking about politics. You can't talk about politics without talking about football. It's becoming the same thing, basically. So for me, I'm looking at the positives. The positives is that Morocco and its regime obviously got exposed for being a Zionistic state and, being the Israel of Africa. I've even seen a lot of Moroccans saying we should leave Africa. We should cooperate with Europeans instead. And they're just showing their true colors now. Those people, that minority, the minority of Moroccans and everything. And I like that because I like honesty. I don't like lies. I don't like people lying and everything. No, some of them are honest. Yeah, I don't want to be part of Africa. All right. And I think the main reason there's such a divide between Morocco and a lot of Africans is colonization. For example, Algeria. As an Algerian, do me and a Nigerian have that strong of a connection? No, we have a different culture. Obviously, there are a lot of Muslims in Nigeria that makes us have a strong connection. But the culture is different. They've had different history than Algerians and everything. But one thing that keeps me and a Nigerian very entwined is that both of our nations were colonized by European imperialism. Morocco was not colonized due to imperial. They were basically they had to they got their own state basically where they still could govern and have their king and everything. They didn't get colonized and brutally genocided like majority of African countries. And I think us African countries we have that you know solidarity between us being ex-colonization countries, whilst Morocco doesn't have that. So they don't feel the same connection we as Africans feel, especially when it comes to how we see European states, not people, but European states. Like when we talk about France as an Algerian, disgusting what they did to us, but Morocco doesn't feel the same, for example, with Europeans. And that's why Morocco is still the only country that tried to join the European Union back in 1987, I believe. 3 years after they got kicked out or left the African Union, again, which no African country's ever done. Yo, what's up, time? 100%, sir. 100%. We should always look at uh, the similarities, which is obviously much more between us. And I always say it. I have a strong connection with the Moroccan people who are on the right side. But my issue has always been the regime, obviously, with Morocco. 100%. It's called conquer and divide. They're dividing us just like they divided all of the Arabs in the Middle East. Now they're dividing the Arabs in North Africa. Yeah, exactly. The only African nation that's ever tried to do that. Exactly. 100%. It's like Israel. They're cooperating with the Druze in southern Syria, cooperating with Giuliani, the president of Syria, and then cooperating with the Kurds to divide them and fight against each other. I mean, it's pray for Syria, man. Pray for Syria. The stuff that's going on there is absolutely sad. We think about Ruben Amorim replacing Frank at Spurs. Why not? Why not? Yeah, let's do it. Again, I understand it's harder to be united as a people if everyone is choosing a side and everything, but there are nations that has some. I mean, it's mostly a big one. It's what 66% Arab, maybe 30% Berbers, and then small percentage of French, Spanish, and so on. But I mean, they should come alongside. I mean, for example, in Algeria, sometimes maybe there's some small stuff and so on, but we majority of the time, the Arabs and the Berbers are united, and I don't think that should stop Morocco from being able to do that. What's up, Ian? No, I did not see that, but crazy because yeah, Hakim and either Ghana Gay played one season together at PSG as well. Because I saw them talking with each other a lot of times as well. Yes, sir, that's been confirmed. Why don't you read my text about what's okay? No, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Oh, okay. Algeria is the same. They're supporting terrorists in the Western Sahara. Uh, Not really. Look. I'm gonna answer this in the most simplest way, and understand with you knowing that I'm Algerian, you would think I'm biased, but I'm gonna say this in the most purest way possible. All right. Only two nations in the world recognize Western Sahara as part of Morocco. and that is USA and Israel. This is not an Algerian thing. This is a human thing. No nation recognizes Western Sahara as part of Morocco. Majority of African nations believe that Western Sahara it's its own nation. The people of Western Sahara don't want to be part of Morocco. This is not Algerian bias. This is not my opinion. This is the fact. So the Western Sahara, everyone believes it's its own sovereign nation. That Morocco is colonizing and oppressing, and Algeria is helping the oppressed people. It's that simple. So again, like for me, this is what I mean with emotional bias because you're Moroccan. Maybe it's hard for you to understand, like just from a nationalistic imperial thinking. But no, though they don't want to be part of you. Nobody in the world, apart from America and Israel, recognizes part of Morocco. I don't know. You're not standing on anything when it comes to the Western Sahara. Hermano, man. Yes, sir. Update it. I need to actually update it, man. Twitter. Mm. Oof. Mr. Seller. PSG make that much revenue? I mean, very great question, Buxera. Football revenue. Let's take a look at it, man. So here's the football revenue. This is still from 2024. Is this have they updated? No, as you can see, it's still from 2024. And as you can see, Paris Saint-Germain had the third highest revenue in 2024. They still haven't made the update for 2025 yet. It takes them a little bit of time. But here's PSG, for example. So we earn 170 million for match day. And I will compare this. Let's take City. All right. So match day, they get 88. We get 170 because I mean we just have more fans and we have more like VIP tickets and all of that. So we earn much more from our stadium than City does. And City don't have that many fans. The second one is the blue one. That's broadcasting. We earn 245. So this is Ligue 1, Champions League, Coupe de France, and so on. City, on the other hand, 343. More than 100 million more. Let me zoom in a little bit more. There you go, 343. So over 100 million more when it comes to broadcasting. And that is obviously due to us playing in League 1, but obviously us playing in the Champions League helps us bumping up that number. And then 391, as you can see here, when it comes to commercial. And basically the same as City. So why we have such a high revenue is we have a very great attendance, despite us playing in Ligue 1, but because we're playing the Champions League and we do go far, we earn a lot from broadcasting, and then marketability wise, commercially, all the sponsors, all of that we have. I mean, we're basically the biggest brand in football. Our shirts, we're the third most sold shirts in the calendar of 2025. We have, I believe, the fourth most followed social media. If you add like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all of them combined, Facebook, PSG is the fourth biggest. So yeah, it's not really hard to understand why PSG does earn such a high revenue.
Yo.
Yo,
Can you hear me?
yo, yes, sir.
What's good, bro?
It's good.
Man, I see you out here going viral and shit, bro. Off of that AFCON final, man. Talking about
it's disgusting,
bro.
man,
That
'cause we
thumbnail was
discussed it
crazy
before.
though.
Because we discussed it before, Tosin. Like,
That
um,
thumbnail was crazy though. That thumbnail, yo, that
what can I say?
thumbnail.
Reality is crazy, man.
Bro, They could shut down this channel, shut down your account and shit, bro.
No,
Like you was
no
wildin',
chance.
bro.
No
You were
chance.
wildin'. You were wildin', bro. Israel of Africa, shit. I mean, I watched the game, by the way. I thought it was a very I thought it was a great spectacle. I didn't think it was a great game.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, when you saw the Senegalese players, decide to leave the field,
Yeah, yeah.
at that point, it looks like tensions were high, bro. Like you could tell tensions were super high at that point.
Yep.
And people say, Tosin, man, all you do is go to the conspiracy angle. All you do is go to the conspiracy angle. But bro, like it's so I think Diaz missed that shit on purpose, bro.
No, 100%, Tosin.
I think he missed that shit on purpose, bro. If you look at his face right after he missed, the camera does a close up on his face, and he's like looking to the bench. Like, yeah,
Yeah, and he does this.
yeah. What, like, yo, that's some bullshit. That, like, and then the fact that Senegal, like, we wouldn't even be talking about that incident if Senegal's goal was just rightfully allowed,
Yeah.
Because Senegal were the better team won at the end of the day. But
I mean,
it's just the
honestly,
how the
I don't
process
care
went.
about this AFCON. I don't honestly. And that's not to take anything away from Senegal or something, but just our count is like this tournament didn't even happen. That's how disgusting this entire tournament was, because they missed it on purpose as well. And Senegal scoring a goal, the referee blowing the whistle before the goal, so it couldn't be VAR checked when it was a clear dive from Hakimi, and then giving them the
Genius
shittiest
died from
penalty I've
Ashraf,
seen.
though. We're
No,
gonna
it's
need
not a
that dark
genius
arts.
dive.
We're gonna need them dark arts in PSG.
No, football is about morality as well, man. Like how you win is how you will be perceived as a winner. And if you win in a disgusting way, nobody's really gonna respect it as much.
I'm sorry, but
Like
we
that's
all
why,
still
for
respect.
example,
We
our
still respect
Champions League
Madrid
last
and
season.
Barca. We still
I,
respect
I
UEFA and Barca. Like
no,
I mean,
I mean
UEFA and Madrid, bro.
no, but if you compare like PSG's Champions League, like our Champions League win, that's why I loved how beautiful our Champions League victory was. There was no
100%.
referee, there was none of that. We
100%.
played really tough games and everything. Well, if we go back and look at Madrid, like 16, 17, those ties against Bayern definitely
Barca
waters down
08, 09.
them winning that. Barca 08 or 9. The only difference, Tosin, is when it's happening for clubs in the Champions League, Tosin, it's usually just like one tie. Like one tie was like Barca PSG remontada. Obviously, Barca didn't go on to win that year. But this
Bullshit. Come on,
tournament,
that was
what
bullshit.
made it so disgusting, Tosin, is the entire tournament was filled with corruption to favor the host nation as much as possible. And they still lost.
Yeah, no, that's just some home cooking.
Because think about it. You know when Mane went into the locker room and brought everyone out immediately? When I watched it live, I was thinking a little bit, and people were thinking, oh, he got insane aura, Tosin. But it's quite evident. They told Mane, if you bring back the players, we'll miss the pen on purpose. So he went into the locker room and said, they're going to miss you on purpose. Let's go in.
Bro, there's a little clip of Mane speaking with Edouard Mendy before the pen.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's going to shoot in the center. Just stay there.
Yeah, just stay in the middle. Yeah.
I mostly look at the reaction, Tosin. If you're Brahim Diaz and you miss that kind of a penalty, there should be a massive reaction. Crying, being angry. And then, obviously, there should be a massive reaction from the Senegalese players. But the Senegalese players didn't even celebrate him missing the penalty.
Yeah,
I don't know
Senegalese players, like, I remember, like, watching, like, old Premier League footage. I remember, like, Van Nistelrooy missing a pen against, like, the
against
Arsenals. And when he missed, they all descended on him. Sol Campbell, Kolo Touré, they were all they're all like they were all on his ass, bro. If Diaz does that, what could be interpreted as a disrespectful gesture of trying to Panenka penalty in that moment and missing, bro, all the opposition players would be clowning him. I would be clowning him. All the
113th minute penalty. Look at there's no emotions from the Moroccan players nor the Senegalese players.
No, if you're Senegal,
that does this,
dude. No, if you're a Senegalese player, you would be going up to a bunch of Senegalese players would be going up to Brahim Diaz. Like they would, Yeah, go to Mendy or even go to Brahim Diaz, mocking him. They would be mocking him immediately after that pen miss, bro, because of the stakes and the tension.
Yeah, look. Let's take a look at our player Hakim. No reaction at all. You just missed a penalty in the last second. I don't even know how people still think it wasn't on purpose.
No, because you know what people are trying to say. Oh, it's because Brahim Diaz, complained to the ref so adamantly that it doesn't make sense that he would.
Someone mentioned that in the comments, and I was like, yeah, Brahim Diaz definitely wanted to score the penalty for 15 minutes straight. When he got told, you're gonna miss this on purpose, he was like, I'm gonna miss this on purpose. He couldn't do anything about it because the saying came from upper echelons.
I just know if you miss a pen, especially
it's this video. Look at this video right here. So first you see Sadio Mane talking to this Zionist-looking guy. I noticed
Claude Roy has coached Senegal. He's coached Ivory Coast. He's coached a bunch of African teams.
They're still talking. And the Moroccan players are talking. Sadio Mane, he gets told. Basically here, you see two Moroccan delegations come down here. They're like, look, this would be a massive scandal if you guys rage quit the final and we win this game 3-0. This entire tournament has already been filled with so much scandals. Look, we'll miss the penalty on purpose and we'll continue the game in extra time. Could you bring the players out? And Mane here is like, yeah, sure. And then he waits. He wants to like act like nothing happened. And then he's like, yeah, let's come out. And I think even in the video, you can see Brahim Diaz talking with someone, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right there. Probably something is being mentioned. You're going to miss it on purpose or something. And then he missed it. So, yeah. Look, for me, Tosin, it's much easier to accept because I've been aware of everything that's been going on in this tournament. But even after watching all of this, no, Tosin, you just watched the final, and even like the reaction of the players when he missed the pen, everything that happened.
Yeah, it looked way too surreal.
No, I don't know. It's such a weird ending. Honestly, whether Morocco win or Senegal didn't matter at me at that point because the tournament had already been ruined due to all the corruption and the. And Tosin, you remember I talked to you about those two journalists found in their hotel room?
Oh, the Senegalese ones?
No. One was from Mali, one was from Cameroon. And I think the Cameroonian actually wasn't a journalist. He was just a fan that was also found there.
Oh, yeah.
I told you this about it in the previous stream. And then, like, after the game, I tweeted it, Tosin. And it absolutely blew up because nobody knew about it. No media covered it. I was the biggest person to cover that news. And people finally found out about it. And yeah, it just I'm happy it's over, Tosin, but I'm preparing myself for World Cup, Tosin. Because people always want to talk about football, Tosin, without conflicting in politics. But we're at a point now in the entire world where it's being congested, Tosin. So the World Cup 2026, if this was political, the World Cup 2026, Tosin, would be absolutely filthy, man.
Disgustingly, yeah.
It would not be about football. It would not be about football.
Not at all. I'll try to focus on the football, but yeah, it's not really going to be about football.
The Greenland stuff. America put 10% tariff on Europe just to put pressure on them. And I saw a report that Germany, the second most successful nation in World Cup history, are thinking about boycotting the World Cup.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's crazy.
That would be crazy. Maybe other nations do that. Obviously, the visa stuff, Tosin. No African person living in Africa can get a visa.
I feel like the Germans be posturing though. Didn't they posture to like boycott the last World Cup in Qatar?
Qatar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for like, I guess, less reasons, but we'll see. I'm just happy this tournament ended and, stuff got exposed. The truth came out finally. And us as Africans can cooperate against Morocco. Finally, USA versus Japan. Yeah, because I'm thinking like Russia are not there, China are not there, Israel is not there, Ukraine could potentially qualify. I think Venezuela is there. No. South America qualifiers.
Man, I feel for Hakimi though, man. Shout out Hakimi, man. Shout out.
No, man, he was doing that. I saw him doing that towel stuff as well. So you remember the towel stuff I showed you from the Nigeria game?
He was doing the same shit. Hakimi was doing the same shit.
Diouf, the keeper of Stade de Reims, I think, or maybe he went to Strasbourg or something.
The backup goalkeeper,
yeah, he had to stand there and hold on to the fucking towel, and he even got tackled multiple times by some filthy fucking Moroccan ball boys. Like I've never seen this in football, man. No, Venezuela did not make the World Cup.
Even Hakimi, Hakimi took one of the towels and threw it.
To the stewards.
One of the spectators, and then Ghana Gay wasn't happy about that. Hey, man, that can't happen. That only happens in AFCON. You know, these scenes only happen in AFCON.
This has never happened in AFCON before. So I don't know why people are like, oh yeah, this is an AFCON thing. We have never seen this in AFCON. Yes, look, everyone knows there is massive corruption in Africa, just as there is massive corruption everywhere. And we've had, some scandalous moments. As an Algerian, I remember, for example, we went to play a game in Egypt. They stoned our bus. Multiple of the players got like multiple head injuries to the stoning and everything. So we've had controversy in Africa. Nothing, Tosin, nothing ever like this before. Ever. Because the entire tournament was bribed from the get-go. From what I've heard, Tosin, again, I'm not going to say this is 100%, but the Champions League in Africa was held in 2022 in Algeria. And they said it was really great. And we had all the stadiums ready and everything. And we made a bid for the AFCON. Morocco did so too. The president of AFCON wanted to give it to Algeria because we were more prepared and ready. Morocco still had to build the stadiums and everything. And we had proven during the Champions League in 2022 that we can hold one. And then there was massive bribery to get it to Morocco. So from the get-go, this AFCON was disgusting. The only thing is that I think the quality of football, Tosin, was still maybe one of the best because there were so many stacked teams. Senegal was stacked, Morocco stacked, Nigeria, Algeria, Congo, Mali, Tunisia, Egypt. Like you had so many strong nations. Hopefully,
I didn't watch the games.
That World Cup instead.
But just from watching the highlights, I could tell like the stadiums were in pristine condition. The football moved really well.
Yep.
Like that's what you want at the end of the day.
Yeah. So next AFCON I think is going to be Kenya, Uganda. I think it's a three nation one?
AFCON. And it's every 4 years now?
No, so the next one is going to be in 2 years, and then after that is going to be 4 years. So the next one is going to be in the beginning of 2027, going into 2028. Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. In 3 nations. Which could potentially be the first time in AFCON history. Can't remember it's been in 3 nations before. Morocco's hosting. But again, SSB, I don't know how many games we played in Morocco though. Because it's Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. I know that the final will be played at the Bernabeu. And I think the majority of the games will be played in Spain and Portugal, with some of them in Morocco. But we'll have to wait to see. But yeah, we can maybe come back to that or something. Lineup, I've just seen it. This is the predicted lineup here for the Parisien. Chevalier in goal. Zabarni, Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mendes. Warren Zara, Emre, Vitinha, Ruiz, Due, Dembele, Khvicha. Obviously, saw Zabarni come on as a substitute. And Lucha likes to try this stuff out. We
played a back three last game, bro. We played back three in that second half.
Yeah, I was going to say we've seen that in the Marseille game. But in the Marseille game, if you remember, Tosin, it was Marquinhos playing as the right back, right? Like the right center.
In the Marseille game?
The first one. The 1-0 we lost. I remember like Marquinhos was the right center back. Wasn't Zabarni the central one? And Pacho on the left?
No, Hakimi played. Hakimi played that game.
Yeah, but
Hakimi
he was pushing. It was basically the opposite. Wait, what? No, Hakimi plays the wrong winger, Joseph. Hakimi play wrong winger, attacker.
You're right.
Wait, let me find.
September 22nd, because it's the same day as the Ballon d'Or. I just remember.
Oh, there. Yeah, you see? Okay, no. Yeah, Marquinhos was on the right flank. Do you think he'll be like that again?
Yeah, this looks like
And here's Zabarin with central, Pacho on the left.
Looks like a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
In possession, basically.
Oh, and we had Warren, Vitinha, Fabian in that game as well. Neves was obviously injured at that point as well.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same thing, but instead of Gonçalo, it's going to be Dambuz. Instead of Hakim, it's going to be Due. And then Nuno Kvara.
Instead of Hakimi, it's going to be Warren. And then...
No, Warren is here.
Due would be there, don't you think?
I don't know. Because the report, the predicted lineup chosen has what? Nuno Mendes, Zabarni, Pacho, and Marquis starting the game in the defense, with Warren being a midfielder.
Yeah, I feel like Warren might be the one holding
touchline.
Yeah. And it could look like a legitimate 3-4-3.
Warren, Nuno, Khvicha, Dembuz, Due, Vitinha, Fabian a little bit behind him.
Yeah.
And I've read the reports, Tosin. It looks like both Hakim and Mbaye will be back for the Auxerre game on the weekend. They'll be in the squad.
Perfect. And is my boy Drou gonna be there?
Who?
Drou.
No, Tosin. You remember Dambuz?
Yes, sir. That was the last.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. They're doing the same thing, Tosin.
It's the same shit.
They're delaying the transfer. Fabrizio said it as well. Said Barca are delaying. It's a fucking release clause of 6 million, and they're delaying it, man. What the fuck is wrong with? Why are they so unprofessional?
Yeah, just exactly. They're just using their bureaucracy to delay shit. That's all it is. Well, let's keep it real, bro. Barca, they're done. They're fully done. The last time we did a release clause transaction in Barcelona, it was for Dembele, bro. And what happened? Like you said, they delayed that transfer by a week or 10 days. Xavi was in the presser crying. We've lost Dembele. And that's my what I want to go into the season. What I've planned for the season is cooked essentially without Dembele.
It nearly feels like a humiliation ritual, Tosin. Like, oh, Joy, you want to leave? We're gonna make sure. It's like, a breakup, a divorce, Tosin. But they don't want the divorce, so they hate the other person and they drag it on.
Yep, you just drag it on. You pay all the legal fees, all that. It's a waste. It's a waste of both parties' time.
Someone mentioned João Neves. Here's the squad.
No, he's not in.
Neves is not in the squad.
Lucho said in the presser that if tomorrow was a final, Neves would be in the squad, but they're just taking maximum precaution.
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, back to Drou though. You see how Hansi Flick is crying?
I haven't seen anything from Hansi Flick apart from the reports we saw before.
No, bro, there's a presser. He does a little presser talking about. Well, he doesn't mention Drou specifically, but he's like, if you want to play for this badge, you have to be 100% all in it. You have to be 100% Barca. He was hurt, bro. He was hurt. This is a big blow. And they're trying to run it off like, oh, we got so many players like Drou. No, you don't. Do you know Drou came from the under-19 straight into the first team? Do you know the last two Couleurs?
He skipped
the last two
Couleurs or something.
Yeah, you know the last two Couleurs that did that?
Messi Yamal?
Not Messi, sadly. But yes, Lamine and Pablo Gavi.
Okay.
Those are the last two La Masia products to do that. Drou is a big time talent. And Barca fans trying to pretend like he not. Bro, I saw an article from like I think 6-7 months ago, and it's from this Catalan journalist, and he's describing Drou, and he's like Drou tiene detallitos de Iniesta. He has Iniesta details in his game, and he has a superior game vision than Thiago Alcantara.
Yeah, no, my friend that's a Barca fan made the Thiago Alcantara comparison as well.
Yeah, this is a big time talent, bro.
You know that dude, Barca boy Tosin? The Barca fan YouTuber that was here for the post match? Yeah, I recorded a video with him today that's going to be uploaded soon on his channel regarding that. And he basically said, you know, what Barca fans are saying. And their thing is like, why did Drou leave? He's not going to get like playing time and everything at PSG. Like, that's what Barca fans believe, Tosin. But look, when it comes to Lucha, Tosin, he always has a plan. Like, we wouldn't have gotten Drou if there wasn't a plan for Drou. The past 2 summer transfer windows, we only get players that Lucha has a project for. It was only in the first window we bought a bunch of players maybe that weren't in the Lucha project. Apart from that, everyone has a plan. And we have a very small squad as well. I think only 23 men.
Yeah, this player, Drou, though, this is a player that Lucho managed the whole file. He took precedence on over everyone on this file.
Yeah, it was no
Campos over Nasser. Yeah, this is all Lucho.
Have the same agent as well.
Yeah, so he'll be very partial with this player, almost to even a fault. Drou will play a lot of games. He will play a lot of games, bro. And Jantu was getting minutes. Like, let's not front, bro. Oh yeah. Shout out Zainab in the comments. Pedri praised him as well. That's true. I saw that quote of Pedri on Drou all over social media. It just goes to show he's the one. He says he makes things look easy. Those are the best players.
Just want to take the super chat regarding Drou as well. Brandon Diaz, once again, thanks so much for the super chat, man. Massively appreciated. The Drou signing, does it mean no Rodrigo Mora? Very interesting. I would say that Drou is more of a midfielder-esque, very offensive midfielder. Rodrigo Mora is more of an attacker. So we could still sign Rodrigo Mora. Maybe we got to offload someone. Maybe we got to open up a little bit of space. But I would still say the Rodrigo Mora signing is potentially still feasible. But yeah, that's actually a good question mark right there. What do you think, Tosin? Do you think it could potentially affect us not going for Rodrigo Mora? Like not having a place for him?
I don't think so. But to be fair, I'm not really thinking about Rodrigo Mora right now. I'm thinking about the player we about to sign, Drou. But I don't think it affects it, to be fair. But the thing with Mora is he doesn't really have a position yet. He's been moved all around, left wing, left midfield. The thing with Drou is the technician. You watch the clips. This guy is the technician that serves the collective. He's basically a more technical João Neves. Like Neves, Neves is a monster. He has so much presence, a monster in both boxes. Drou, and Neves is just selfless. Everything Neves does is for the collective. Same thing with Drou. Like everything he does on ball is just for the sake of the collective, making sure it's the best possible option for the team. Combination play, all that, bro. We signed a genius, man. I'm so excited.
But yeah, Brandon Diaz, thanks so much again for the super chat. Tosin, we were talking about it before. I just found a video, very interesting right here, about the purpose penalty miss. Tosin, look at this. I mean, it doesn't get clearer than this, Tosin. Here's Hakimi, Sadio Mane, and Brahim Diaz.
Yeah.
And then, as you said this after, Tosin, Sadio Mane talks with Eduardo Mendy, tells him, middle. Stay in the middle.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And they're going to say this, bro, this shit is a joke, man. But Senegal rightfully won, but it's still like the fact that people are pretending like that he didn't miss that shit on purpose. You guys are clowns.
Yeah, no. What I've understood, Tosin, is a lot of people they don't want to involve the politics in it, Tosin. They still want to talk about football like it's football, but they don't want to like understand how disgusting this entire tournament has been, the bribery, the corruption, and everything. It's so blatant, but people want to be like, no, it's still just football. No, Diaz missed the pen. He just missed the penalty, man.
Like, yeah, you can go for a Panenka. Anyone can go for a Panenka in a final. It just looked.
Yeah, it's everything else. It's everything else.
Yeah, exactly. It just looked rehearsed. I'm sorry.
Lucia's spoken with other players before signing them. Dembouz, he definitely taught. He was definitely a major in Dembélé signing. They're saying in the first window, Barcola, Luis Enrique was massive in Barcola signing 100%, especially because Chelsea were pushing for him. He could have potentially been a huge one in João Neves, I believe.
Yes, Lucho speaks with players.
Desiree Doué as well. Desiree Doué, Barcola, Dembele, João Neves.
Yeah,
those are the four big ones where he was more. It was less than just Campos. Like Pancho, I think it was most Campos and so on.
Lucho also had a spoke with Cherokee, but that fumbled. But shout out to La Masia, man. That's our club, man.
Yeah.
That's our academy. Someone in the comments, Drou is a younger Fabian, bro. I love Fabian, but Drou can accelerate, you know? Drou can play left wing. Like, you couldn't put Fabian on the right wing, you know? Nah, I'm actually excited for this Drou signing, bro.
I don't know. I have no like expectations, nothing.
I know that's the best part. That's the best part. You know, he's just gonna wow you because you got nothing. You got nothing to expect. If you're a technician, like it's just when you're a technician, I'm sorry, I just got to be excited, especially when you look at our system.
Yeah. Oh my days! Thank you, Zainab, for mentioning it. What the fuck, Tosin? First of all, I mentioned in the comments, I've lost all respect for Jaquet, Tosin.
I hear you, but
he doesn't care about football, man.
Did you see what Get French Football News reported recently? They said that Jaquet cannot agree a contractual agreement with Chelsea right now.
Wait, what? I thought he'd reached an agreement, and what hadn't been an agreement was between the clubs because Rennes wanted to like have a even more.
That's what they said, but apparently there isn't an agreement on personal side yet. Like he's thinking of just staying at Stade Rennais till the end of the season.
So he can come to PSG. Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean that is the pathway. That is the pathway. But yeah, hopefully that is true. Rennes asking for 80. Are you sure it was between them and not the clubs? I have a bookmark to her. Chelsea have agreed personal terms with Jaquet, Tosin. So you're saying this Fabrizio report is false?
That's what I saw. Go to Get French Football News, GFFN.
No. I believe you, Tosin. I'm just saying, You think Fabrizio just got ahead of himself? Like he was in 90% and he made it 100?
That wouldn't be the first time, right?
Yeah, I mean, he recently got Gui, wherever his name is wrong. Get friend. Is it GFF?
GFFN. Yeah. Yeah, what does it read?
Has not reached a contractual agreement with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Wait, let me send that to my boys, man. See what they gotta say.
Because if that is the case, then I think that's the best idea too. Why go to Chelsea, bro?
Yeah. No,
look at what happened to West Fofana. When I watched West Fofana at Saint Etienne against us in that final 6 years ago, 2020, was it the Coupe de la Ligue final? I thought Fofana was going to be like one of the best center backs in the world. Today he's a bum, bro. Like, and he looked like a can't miss prospect, a can't miss center back prospect.
Yeah. Tosin, we talked about transfers. Did you see the video I posted today, Tosin?
Oh yeah, the Gonzalo Ramos.
Alvarez.
I don't think we're getting Alvarez, bro. Did you see what Indy Kyla said? He's looking at
that Chelsea. I don't. Yeah, but Indy Kyla is not a good reporter, man. Because you know why, Tosin?
No, I think he's tapped in with the Prem.
No.
With Prem clubs.
Yeah, but he's not tapped in with Julian Alvarez. Chelsea are pushing for him. That is for sure. Especially now that Atletico Madrid have started opening the door up. But I will bring the reports I had from a long time ago, Tosin. Because I've been following the Alvarez saga the entire time. And this comes from Argentine reporters, Tosin. They obviously know more. And they said Juan Alvarez would like to leave Atletico Madrid's winter join PSG court to Madrid pass. The former Man City player regrets his choice finding Simeone's style of play.
This is an old report, though. This is an old-ass report.
Yeah, but it don't matter. That's what was it here? Although several English clubs as well as FC Barcelona have expressed interest, Alvarez no longer envisions returning to the Premier League, where he feels he's already given his all. And Alvarez Tosin wants to, if he leaves Atletico Madrid, Tosin, it's to win trophies. You're not going to win trophies at Chelsea. Alvarez has been pushing for the PSG move for a long time. Atletico finally opened the door, Tosin. The only way I would see Alvarez maybe going to Chelsea is if we don't show any interest at all. We should swoop in, man. They want Gonzalo Ramos to replace Alvarez. That's what the Atletico Madrid reporters are saying.
Not to replace Alvarez, just to shake up, because it's not just Alvarez that's possible. It's not just Alvarez that's likely to leave. There's like Sorloth could leave.
And Griezmann
could leave.
No, I'll show you. No, a report strictly mentioned replace.
Okay, I want to ask you this though. Would you? It's probably not feasible, but would you trade Kang and Gonzalo together?
100%.
Julian Alvarez.
100%.
Just straight up.
Look, this is what the report says. Gonzalo Ramos is the striker Atletico Madrid want. He's their main target for some reason, Tosin.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. For the summer, for sure.
Yeah, and then you mentioned the Kang Lee stuff. Atletico Madrid, Tosin, first push for Kang Lee. PSG closed the door and said, we're going to extend Kang Lee. But Gonzalo Ramos, I know definitely PSG. Because PSG, Tosin, the big thing, because I've always said this when it comes to Gonzalo Ramos, Tosin, it's all about recouping the money. And in a swap deal plus money, we can recoup a lot of money, especially because Atletico Madrid wanted. And I remember, where was it? I found it in the video I made here. And I saw some Barca reports as well. Here, Atletico Madrid add Gonzalo to their as potential replacements if Julian Alvarez. So, like, it's about replacing. If Alvarez leaves, we get Gonzalo Ramos in. And we don't have to wait until the summer. We can make it happen now. There's still 11 days left. And yeah, as I mentioned with Kang Lee, I would do it, obviously, Tosin. I think the reason we want to extend Kang Lee, Tosin, is because we want to sell him to the Premier League, Tosin. And we want to be stronger in
I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually just think we like Kang Lee. It's just that simple.
That is true, Tosin. I know Lucha's always been happy with him. But that's what I said in my video. But no, Tosin, if we can do this, Tosin, Gonzalo Ramos for Alvarez, it's perfect. It's perfect, man. How much would you do? As Gonzalo Ramos plus 50M.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not like that fussed to get Alvarez.
Yeah, but I could get Tosin. The only two strikers
I'm not sure about
is two players. So no, the only two. He's only wanted two strikers. So
yes,
Harry Kane and Julian Alvarez, because they suit Lucha ball perfectly.
I agree, but
they link up players that can score goals as well. Technical, high IQ.
I think you don't think Lucho could change his mind, like, and just be like, maybe I just want another speedy winger. Or
we have too many of them, especially because the goal scoring relies on them boots, man. It's getting fucking tiring that Khvicha, Barcola, and Due are so inconsistent when it comes to goal scoring. Alvarez Tosin, I think he scored.
They won't be though. They won't be that inconsistent.
37 goals last season for Atletico Madrid. He's a shooter, Tosin, and he can score goals, Tosin, that no one on our team can score, including Dembele, because he's a shooter. And Tosin, I think Alvarez.
No, I agree.
Like, we have so many.
No, I agree that he's a shooter. But
that's why I've always wanted Haaland as well. Like, we have so many playmakers. Imagine if we get a great goal scorer. It would help the playmakers to play make and score, because Alvarez can play make too, and he would take off, movement and do all of that. And Tosin, he's a pressing demon. He's a pressing demon. Wait.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I have this.
But what I would say with Alvarez though is that he's just not as versatile. He's not as creative
as the others. Yeah, but I mean, that's not something we need. We have enough creators. We need a goal scorer. That's our main problem.
The thing is, when you have so many creators, you'll just create so many easy chances. That's the idea in signing Drou. That's the idea in signing.
But I mean, Drou's not going to be impactful in like 1.5 years. Like, he could potentially be having a good impactful role in a couple of seasons. But we need someone now. And Alvarez, he's perfect. What is he? 25 years of age, I think.
It's also like the pressing schematics.
25.
Like, yeah. Did you see how Lucho was screaming at Kvara and Due?
Exactly.
In the last game. Because but see, it's also very taxing. It's physically demanding when you think about it. You have to track back, but you also have to be the first. Once you see Dembele pressing up front, you also have to follow him, making sure that all lines are compact. So, and at points, Due and Kvara weren't doing that because maybe they were leggy. They were feeling leggy from tracking back. So that's the thing, man. Like, if you move Dembouz out wide where he has to do the same pressing, he has to track back. This is what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, Dembouz just like Dembouz became the pressing.
You want to preserve your legs.
He got to do better as well. But basically, he was the best presser. Is this attacker? No, he was basically the best presser in La Liga last season. When it comes to recovery presses per 90 and counter presses per 90.
No, that's very good. That's very, very good. Now, Alvarez is cold. It's just when you look at his current form and everything, I just don't think he's worth it. I don't think he's worth it.
But you have to understand, why is that the form chosen? We were discussing Alvarez a few months ago. Atletico were looking at 150, and now we're suddenly at 100 million. Alvarez did this on purpose, and Atletico Madrid fans were seeing it.
We're not Atletico Madrid fans.
No, we are. We're basically 100 million Alvarez. Yeah, no, Atletico Madrid, their price has been dropping like 10 million every month.
There's just so many questions surrounding Alvarez. It's like it's the fit, and then it's also like how
perfect
much
fit.
It's the fit. There's a question of fit. There's a question of form.
How is it a question of fit, Tosin? If there's any striker in world football that suits Lucho ball perfectly, it's Julian Alvarez. No one better.
No, I get you in terms of the pressing schematics, but can he really be versatile and drifting to the flanks?
Obviously, that's his fucking preferred thing. He was even starting games as a left winger for Pep City.
No, he was starting behind the striker. He was playing.
In some games he was playing more. No, in some games he was playing as a left winger. I know he was playing also as a number 10 or like as a false 9, dropping him underneath, playing more as a second striker. But he's also playing on the wing because he's massively versatile. Like there is no Lucho-esque striker than this, and that's why we were pushing for him so much when he was at City.
That was in what, 2024? I just don't think. I just think Lucho. Yeah, I just think Lucho, he petty like that. If you deny him once, he's not going to circle back.
I know, but it was a respectful one. Like Atletico Madrid just were there before us, and there were multiple strong reasons why Atletico, because he would be the complete star there. The Argentine connection with Simeone, the Argentine connection Argentinians have with Atletico Madrid, and, top strikers they've had for a long. Like, I don't question why Alvarez went to Atletico. You can question other players, but Alvarez, I don't. And he's already, and that's the thing, Tosin. Lucho, I think one thing for Lucho, Tosin, even if you go against him, the most important thing for him is that you crawl back. Alvarez is crawling back. He's been crawling back since the beginning of the summer. His agent, probably multiple discussions. Who's Julian Alvarez's agent? Julian Alvarez's agent is Fernando Hidalgo. Fernando Hidalgo. Let me see what players he has. Okay, he has a bunch of nobodies. Like, Alvarez is the only great guy he has.
But yeah, again, okay, so fit, you don't agree with that part, but then there's also the question of form. And then there's the question of his desire to really want to come to Paris Saint-Germain. Look at Drou's desire. Julian Alvarez is twerk. DBR8. I don't know who the fuck DBR8 is, but he's definitely some Catalan reporter. He said that if Barca can achieve 1-to-1, in their finances over the summer, their number one target will be, why would I want to compete with Barca for fucking Julian Alvarez, man?
Tosin, it's been quite clear since the beginning when Alvarez been thinking he's had PSG and Barca. And I don't question that. Like, why should we be insecure that he would also like to join Barca? It's always been between PSG and Barca. Both play attractive football. That suits him perfectly. Both have a spot perfectly placed for him, especially with Lewandowski getting older. The thing is, though, Barca are not going to get to one-on-one rule. Barca has spent less than 100 million in the past 2 summer transfer windows. When I made my reaction video to the Alvarez news, I was seeing those reports you're talking about from Rashad Rahman and everything, Tosin, and I was laughing at it. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure they can get 1-to-1, but what they can do though, I'm not sure they can get 1-to-1, but they can definitely Lewa's salary slot.
Don't want to sell to Barca. Atletico don't want to sell to Barca either. Like Griezmann, that was a release clause. Atletico couldn't do anything about it. Like, don't get fooled by the Barca propaganda, Tosin. And Alvarez wanted to join us when he went to Atletico as well, Tosin. And he probably called us and said, sorry, they came in for me. I gave them a yes before. This is his second chance, Tosin. And Alvarez is not going to miss. I'm telling you, Tosin. I don't know why you're pessimistic. Like, I understand the form, Tosin, but the form doesn't matter for me because from what I've read from the Atletico Madrid fans, Tosin, he's not playing with that energy. Yeah, but Tosin, we know Alvarez is a great player.
Disgusting.
Performances and a player ability is two different stuff. You put him with the
I'm not sure he's 100 million. I'm not sure he's a 100 million euro player.
So we spent 95 million. No money. We're the richest club in the world.
75. We spent 75.
Plus bonuses up to 95 million. We're the richest club in the world. Why are we gonna sit here and cry about 100 million?
No, it's not. It's not even about what we spent. I'm just telling you, he's not 100 million.
Wallahi, worth 100 million. This is like a top 3 striker in the world.
I'm not sure about that. He's not a top 3 striker in the world.
Top 4. I would only put, the 3 big boys. The Haaland, the Kane, the Mbappe. Those are the only strikers I put ahead of him. He's better than Osimhen. He's better than Gyökeres. He's better than Ekitike. He's better than
I'm not sure he's better than Osimhen, respectfully.
I mean,
who else?
You know what? I said Ekitike. I said Gyökeres.
Okay.
He's better than Lautaro. And the thing for me with Alvarez Tosin is, wait, what would you said one player, Osimhen Tosin? I like Osimhen a lot. But then that's where you go to the project. And I mean, Alvarez is a 10 stronger fit. I mean, in AFCON Tosin, I got to see Osimhen more often, Tosin. His touch is one of the filthiest touches I've seen, Tosin. He cannot, control a ball at all. He cannot play good link-up play with other players. Like, Lookman was feeding the balls to get them back, and Osimhen just couldn't do that.
He couldn't trap. Yeah, he couldn't control the ball, couldn't trap it. But, again, that's what you get. That's what you risk with those burly center forwards. And you're saying that Alvarez is the best possible fit because he's not that. But I just don't think he's €100 million caliber forward, bro. I don't think he's a. I don't know, man. I just don't think he's worth that personally. I think Atleti overpaid for him. Like, can we see his stats from last season?
Yeah. I'm just gonna take this 90th Madrid. Thanks so much for the super chat, man. 90th Madrid, massively appreciated, man. Thank you so much. When next takes with Barca fans or Madrid of content. Thanks so much, man, for the dub comment. What do you mean when next takes? 90th Madrid. What do you mean by that? As soon as you ask it again, I'm gonna answer it. But what do you mean when next takes video Barca fans or Madrid? Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it a lot for the super chat. Just let me know where you detail the question again. So do you want me to compare him to someone? Because then it becomes easier.
I mean, people compare him to like David Villa.
No. Like statistically, we should compare him to someone. Because then it becomes
compare
easier.
Him to. Can you compare Julian Alvarez 24-25 to Lautaro Martinez 23-24? Because I'm not even sure Alvarez is better than Lautaro, bro.
No, I like Lautaro a lot, Tosin Ball. Lautaro is older. He's going to decline.
Yeah, he's on the decline.
For more, and he's more. He got that. That personality, Tosin, that Lucha doesn't like either.
No, I don't even want. That's the thing, bro. I don't want a 9. Like, I just let Dembouz do the Cruyff thing, man.
I'm tired of relying on Dembouz, Tosin. We're gonna fucking run Dembouz until his legs fall off if we continue like this.
I just think we need to get. more playmakers, and I think Barcola, Kvara, and Doué. I think Barcola, Doué, Kvara will start scoring. I really do think they'll start scoring again. I genuinely, bro. They were scoring in.
They have never been
last
scoring.
Season.
Doué
no,
is the only one I can give you. Doué is the only.
Last season they were scoring. What are you talking about?
When did Kvara score?
When Dembele went on that run, it wasn't just Dembele scoring.
And then you have the UCL final, but that was the fourth goal. Aston Villa, and then you have the fourth goal. I know he scored versus Liverpool, marginally offside, and who scored versus Arsenal. And I like Kvara, Tosin. I have no issue with him. But we need more, Tosin, especially the way we're playing more direct football. And Dembouz, Tosin, we took a look at his shot-creating actions. He's basically been the best playmaker in Europe this season in massively limited minutes. I like the complete Dembouz, Tosin. I like this. And Tosin, Dembouz is a false 9. It's actually less freedom. Yes, false 9, he can move a lot, Tosin, but he has a very restrictive role, and he doesn't get that many touches a game. Look at Dembouz.
Yeah, he has to fulfill the role of being a center forward. Runners. He likes it. He enjoys it, though. That's the thing. He says it in the interviews. I enjoy it.
No, I know Dembele, Tosin, sacrifice for the team. But I'm saying what we need. If you look at that Spurs UEFA Super Cup final, we said Dembouz basically playing as more very deep, Tosin. And then you need someone up front, which is Julian Alvarez. Because I'm not trusting in Barcola. Doué, I don't know. Maybe I like Doué a lot. Akhvicha, no, he can't play there. We need that Alvarez. Because I want Dembele to be more involved in the game than
if you made Dembele like a traditional number 10, like playing centrally, and you get him a striker, you want a Haaland, you want an Osimhen more than you want an Alvarez. I'll tell you that for free.
No, Lucha would still want an Alvarez because we're still going to be playing teams where we need our striker to be involved in the game. Otherwise, it's going to be just another Gonçalo Ramos, a better version of Gonçalo Ramos. Lucha basically wants another type of Dembouz because Alvarez has many similarities to Ousmane Dembele. And here we have Lautaro Martinez 23-24 to Julian Alvarez 24-25. Both scoring basically the same amount of goals per game. Alvarez even more assists. Penalties. I think one more Alvarez took. Two more.
Okay, Martinez better in goals minus penalty kicks. That ratio. Okay.
Alvarez better in progressive carries, better in progressive passes. Basically the same progressive passes received. Where's key passes? Where's key passes? Alvarez better.
Wow.
Progressive passes. Shot creating actions, Alvarez slightly better. Goal creating actions per 90, Alvarez slightly better. Touches. Again, both of them, play for defensive terrorist sides as well. So this will obviously get massively upgraded at PSG for both of them. He's a better dribbler as well. I mean, he's just better at every single thing. And just before you were talking about the stats, Tosin, I was thinking of watching a comp of Julian Alvarez last season at Atletico Madrid. The Julian Alvarez is the best striker in the world. And he's a big moments player. This was the third top scorer in the 2022 World Cup. I mean, this is an easy 100 million player, man.
Man, 100 million.
Easy, man. The first 100 million player on the Lucha. Obviously, it won't be that because of he can score free kicks.
So can Drou.
Man, Drou, man. Stop overrating academy player, man. Look at that Alvarez, great run. Especially because, Tosin, we're playing more direct football. Then Alvarez is a much better striker, actually, than Dembele, because he's a much better, runner as a striker and getting those goals than Dembele. Dembele wants more of the ball.
Dembele's not going into contact, or inviting contact.
Look at that finish. Let me see. Yo, what's up, Delvin?
What's good, bro?
Hot take video. Oh, okay. Hot take video. Oh, I remember that going. Hot take video. I don't know. I usually do hot take video when there's no content to make, and there's been multiple content to make recent times. Just when it's dead. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of Champions League now. So there's a long time until it becomes dead. And there's been so many reports. We're in the January transfer window, so maybe after the transfer window ends. Who's better fan base, Barca, Madrid? I would say I've had better interactions with Madrid fans than Barca fans. But thank you so much. Man, I can't wait for this.
Nah, he's good, man.
Man.
No, but yeah, we all know this goal. Nah, the goal catalog crazy.
And he's a big And he's a big game player as well. Love that about him.
I just don't see him.
Playmaker, dribbler. I mean, he has everything. This is basically the perfect loser striker, because when we look at the PSG players, Tosin, every single position, it's all about having a complete game, not having any weaknesses. And that's exactly what Alvarez is. He has no weaknesses in his game. And Alvarez knows that his peak will come at PSG. Could have potentially been City if City were a little bit better and they didn't have Haaland.
But the thing with Alvarez, though, is you want him as a 9 because you think he can occupy center backs. Can he really occupy center backs?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Against Ta.
Oh, yeah, this goal.
Sure. Not better than Mbappe, honestly. And yeah, no, Alvarez was better than fucking Mbappe last season as well.
No, he wasn't.
The only striker I put ahead of Alvarez last season was Kane and maybe Lewandowski.
Ooh, someone suggested Havertz. Yo, Havertz is not a bad shout, man.
Havertz, man, what the fuck, Tosin? What the fuck, man? What are you talking about, man? We weren't trying to go back to back. You say no to Alvarez and say yes to Havertz?
You mean the guy who scored a Champions League winning goal?
I couldn't care. Tosin, I could have scored that goal.
No, I don't think so.
Come on, man, Tosin. It feels like you're not having an Alvarez agenda or something. Like this is he takes us every single box. The price, yeah, great players cost a lot of money. I would have, if we went back to January, Tosin, I would have paid the 100 million for.
No, I don't mind. I don't care if the club spends 100 million. Like the club can do what they want with the funds. It's just I don't think he's worth that. I don't think he's. When you pay 100 million, I'm thinking of Mbappe. I'm thinking of Neymar. I'm thinking of
Tosin, Mbappe.
Harry Kane. I'm thinking of Harry Kane.
We bought an 18-year-old Mbappe for 180 million. Mbappe has never been 100 million player.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, no. Neymar, you mentioned Neymar. Neymar's a 200 million player. Kane, obviously, he buying got him from around 100 million, but that's because he was really old. A prime Kane would have been like 150. Alvarez easily 100, especially when you got to look at the current market as well. I mean, we're seeing fucking Enzo Fernandez going for 120. What did we see in the summer? Isak or Alvarez, Tosin, who's better? Isak went for 150.
Oh shit, Isak that's a very good question.
Isak is
Isak
better.
Or Alvarez? Oh,
Isak, Alvarez proven in the World Cup, proven in the Champions League.
Yeah,
Alvarez you get him for 50 million cheaper.
Isak, that's a crazy overpay. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, none of these attackers is really 100 million worth.
I mean, look at these finishes, man.
Some cold finishes, man. I
think he will complete our squad. I think he's the missing piece in the squad, similar to Kvara being our missing piece last season.
You don't think Drou Felix from Al Nassr, if we signed him on loan, you don't think he'd do something big?
That has been it from my boy PSGINT. Hopefully, guys. No, but he's actually been cooking. I know he's been actually cooking too, and I know he's like a Lucha type, like false nine striker. Like when he was at Barca, I know he wanted.
That would be wavier. That would be way wavier. And we got like a Portuguese locker room, and like it would just fit. I don't know, man. There's just so many ways where I just don't think Alvarez is a fit, and then he's twerking in the backs, in the shadows, for Barca. I don't know, man. That's what makes me hesitant.
What, that he wants to go to Barca?
Yeah, I saw the report today. That like Julian Alvarez.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Tosin.
Let's wait for more Argentinian sources. Let's wait for more Argentinian sources to come up.
If I was a top football player, and both Barca and PSG wanted me, yeah, I would think about wanting to go to both clubs. And I'm even a PSG supporter. I would think about what suits me best, what team has the best, can give me the best guarantees, and all of that. Like, it's not why do you think it's a disrespectful thing for a player also wanting to go to Barca? It's like Kane. When we wanted Kane, it was between us and Bayern, and I don't think that was a bad thing. He obviously opted for Bayern, which was a very good option for him. PSG would have also been a very good option for him. But let me actually see, Tosin. I'm gonna see Julian Alvarez. I'm gonna see if any Argentine. Because the big report that came today was from Mateo Moreto, Spanish reporter, obviously.
Yeah.
A mind-blowing money offer is coming to take Julian Alvarez away. Obviously, now Chelsea are. What?
What's in that article? What's in that article that you just read?
Let me show. No, it was just here. Total football. They don't mention any club. Nothing. It just says mind-blowing money offers coming to take.
Okay, just some clickbait shit. Some clickbait shit.
Let's take a look. Chelsea is the one I know that's pushing, and Atletico Madrid would be willing to sell to Chelsea. They have a huge amount of money, but I don't think Alvarez wants to join Chelsea.
Can you search Alvarez and just type Lang EES? I want to see what Spaniards are saying about Alvarez, man. He been getting cooked on the Spanish airwaves, man.
What'd you say? IES?
Just Lang. You just type LANG, and then like a colon.
A what?
A colon, like a colon. You know that colon. A colon.
Oh.
I don't know how to say it. I don't know what the word is.
Yo, appreciate it. Future reps, man. Appreciate it, man.
Just search a colon symbol, like this, the colon symbol. Okay. COLON symbol.
This one.
Yeah. That. So
Lang
and then ES. Put ES for Espanol. ES, not IS. Is that IS? Yeah, I just want to see what people are saying.
We're just giving the same. It didn't change the thing. Like now, I'm just
mostly
seeing
Spanish.
If I just so it's only Spanish ones.
Yeah.
What?
Let's see what these random Spanish accounts are saying, though. Just scroll down the timeline. Barca would be willing to make a great economic effort.
But these are really not like reporters or anything. These are just like engagement accounts. We'll be able to make
Chelsea isn't sitting. So Barca and Chelsea, essentially. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, no, there are competitors. But Chelsea, I don't think Alvarez wants to go there. And Barca are not going to be able to gain.
Ooh, okay. See, Barca.
Yeah, that was just
Alvarez is
the other one.
Yeah, that, sport aren't the most reliable, but
no, but these reports make sense. Yeah, I know that he's Barca's #1 target, bro.
Yeah, then fuck him,
Justin,
bro.
A BMV is my top target. Does that mean I'm gonna get it? No. Okay, Roger Tello. I mean, this is like a Barca reporter. He's become the top target for Barca to replace Lewandowski. They're clear. They're looking.
Okay, Roger Torreyo. That guy works for what? MD Mundo Deportivo or whatever the fuck. So see, like, yeah.
Yeah, but just all of these reports is that Barca wants him. Like we all know. Like we've known.
Then why get into
years that Barca want him?
Why get into like
why
battle with Barca for a bum?
Are you
I'm not afraid of Barca. It's just why battle for a bum. And then when he goes to Barca,
I get it.
And when he goes to Barca, and then when he goes to Barca, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he rejected PSG to go to Barca."
Yeah, so you're scared that he's gonna reject us. Yeah, don't be scared, man. Come on, man.
What?
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm scared, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is, Tosin. Because we've been enjoying. Obviously, we're taking draw from them. And now you're like, imagine if we push him for Julian Alvarez get rejected. Oh my days. And Tosin, the best thing for Atletico, like why I think PSG is the PSG, we just don't know if they're gonna make it, Tosin, because we haven't seen any reports. But that's just been PSG's strategy, Tosin. Like we low key. But what I see here is, first from Atletico Madrid's perspective, Tosin, they don't want to sell to Barca because that's a main rival in their league, and they want to give Alvarez there. Second of all, is the money. PSG and Chelsea can give him money, but Alvarez wouldn't want to go to Chelsea. And another thing that improves PSG, Tosin, is that Atletico Madrid already wants Gonzalo Ramos. And PSG are ready to offload Gonzalo Ramos plus money for Julian Alvarez. So from Atletico Madrid's perspective, it's PSG. From Julian Alvarez's perspective, it's PSG or Barca, but he knows Barca is not going to happen. And then I want to continue reading that report. Where is it? So this is more about Luis Enrique, Tosin. Luis Enrique is a big admirer of Julian Alvarez, who he considers an ideal profile to bolster the Parisian club's attacking sector, a lead that could heat up in the upcoming transfer windows. The PSG management has been studying the possibility of a transfer on the attacking front for several weeks, and Alvarez himself would be moved under the Spanish coach's orders very favorably. Although several English clubs as well FC Barcelona have expressed into Alvarez long ambitions to return to the Premier League, where he feels he has already given it all, the players that opened the door to a move to Paris, provided the clubs can reach an agreement. That said, the major obstacle remains the excessive demands from Atletico. So that was the obstacle chosen. But because Julian Alvarez has been stinking it on the pitch on purpose, probably, that has gone down.
You think he's worth 120 million?
I would pay 120, yeah. Like, and I'm saying that also in terms of I'm looking at the transfer market, how it looks like. Plus that Atletico Madrid invested so much, so I know they want to get money back. But I look at the market, Tosin. Rice 120, Julian Alvarez 120. What, Caicedo 115. Who went for a lot of money this summer apart from Verts and Isak? Voltmade 95.
That's insane.
But yeah, that was amazing because I remember when I read the first Alvarez reports video, Sosin, I always said Atletico Madrid is a major obstacle. Why would they want to lose him in January? And they're asking for a lot of money. Both of that has changed. They're ready to offload him, and they have dropped their price tag for him. And yeah, shout out to Campos, Lucho, and Nasser and the PSG strategy, Tosin, because we're so cold, man. And then obviously from Alvarez. Alvarez would like to leave Atletico Madrid this window to join PSG, according to Madrid press. The former Man City player regrets his choice, finding Diego Simeone's style of play too restricted. His PSG is an opportunity to establish himself in an attacking project under the guidance of Luis Enrique, Tosin. Just like Drou, Luis Enrique. Just like, players joined City for Pep and so on, Lucho, Tosin, every player wants to play under Lucho. I think a lot of players would love to play under Flick, Tosin, but Lucho is the number one, Tosin. Everybody wants to play under him.
I know Lucho.
Most attractive. He's the new Pep. He's basically the new Pep.
Yeah, no, you're right. Lucho has that magnetic quality, where people
that charisma, that aura.
Yeah, but I don't know if Alvarez is under Lucho's spell, man. Like a Drou is,
Yeah.
I think Lucho's moved on from Julian. That's my guess. It's solely a guess, but I think he's moved on.
This report was from now. Like, I think September.
It's an old ass report, man.
No, this is from September, October, Istrosen.
Yeah,
You're
so
saying
4 months ago.
On since Alvarez rejected us. You're talking about Lucho moved on since 2024. Why would this report come out in September, October after this summer transfer window, and then Lucho moves on before January? That doesn't make any sense.
Bro, we could find reports of Lucho being an admirer of a bunch of players, starting with Joao Felix.
I mean, we know that he has some admiring towards Joao Felix, but just being admired is not enough. And we actually tried to get him from Barca on loan, but from Atletico, but they wanted to sell, and we didn't want to take the risk on Joao Felix because they wanted a lot of money, and he went to Chelsea instead. We talked about Drou, Tosin. I bookmarked this report because he has the same agent as Lucho, Tosin. Do you know who also has the same agent?
Eric Garcia.
Another one.
Gavi.
From Fabrice Hawkins, Tosin. The Spanish agent tried to place Gavi at PSG in recent years. And we know that Lucho is an admirer of Gavi. And Gavi's, his stocks are low, Tosin. This is when you buy Gavi.
Yeah, but Gavi is just he's full Coulaire, bro. So
yeah, but Tosin, I know that from Gavi's perspective, but I'm looking from Barca's perspective. Gavi, he doesn't have the same place and respect as he used to have, and he would absolutely love to jump ship to PSG.
But Gavi, I love Gavi too. I like the player, but he won't play, bro.
I don't know, man. If he can reach some of his peak,
I know. Warren and Joao there, I just don't think he plays.
Yeah, but Joao can play high up. Warren can play high up. Gavi can play high up. I would, because we talked about Enzo Fernandez. I would rather get Gavi than Enzo. Obviously,
I agree.
That is a little bit of hope that Gavi can stay fit because he's had massive injuries since his ACL. But
the only reason why Enzo's a better player than Gavi, well, he's more experienced than Gavi, but is he even more experienced considering how long Gavi's been playing? But I think
Enzo's like World Cup, you could say, like got major experience there.
Yeah, but the thing with Enzo is I saw a report that they're looking at 180 million pounds. So,
Wait,
that's ridiculous.
No.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Wait, was it like the 220? I saw another one was out with 220. I can't believe it.
Yeah, we're not in any Enzo sweepstakes then, if that's the case. Because PSG, they're just not going to pay that. You don't pay over 100 million for a midfielder.
Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, I just found it because I had bookmarked it as well. But it comes from this dude, Tosin. This dude has just been tweeting straight fucking garbage, man.
True. Manchester City, Vinny.
Yeah, no.
Yo, speaking of Vinny, this is a little off topic, but have you seen that video of Vinny and Arbeloa, where Arbeloa is just sucking him off?
In the press conference? Like, you got to give the ball to Vinny.
Well, there's one showing where he's in the press conference, yeah. But there's another where him and Vinny are walking side by side, coming into training, going onto the field, and they're talking about fines. Like, players are coming in late for training, and Arbeloa is telling Vinny, "You're the captain. You know, we're gonna fine anyone for coming in late. Like, you're the captain. You run things here." Like, like Arbeloa is like a lapdog for Vinny.
Yeah, nice, true.
Like Vinny really.
After they lost versus Albacete in the Copa del Rey, where Vinny only had one shot on target, he said, "We saw old Vinny today. I'm happy Vinny's back."
Yeah, you know, Vinny's the kind of guy, I think, where he needs an arm around him, bro. Where you have to make him feel like
very like feminine man.
Yeah, he thrives on confidence. He needs that confidence.
Do you know why I think this is happening though, Tosin? I just thought of it. I think Perez told Arbeloa, "Look, Vinny will have 1 year left on his contract in the summer, and he's not close to extending. We cannot lose him for free. And you know, the Madrid press, Tosin, are always reporting Vinny wants to he might extend soon and everything, which is just a complete lie. They're trying to put some propaganda out there. They're scared Vinny's gonna do an Mbappe. Because if I'm Vinny, I'm doing an Mbappe, man. Especially when you look at the way they've treated him, Tosin. Why not leave for free and get a massive signing bonus? Imagine Vinny does an Mbappe on Madrid, man. Vinicius, man. Orlean, we discussed Jack.
Like, don't be surprised if Vinny.
And it looks like he hasn't.
I saw Madridista. Yeah. No, I saw Madridista say, "Don't be surprised if Vinny leaves on a free to Barca." Like, he could do some shit like that. 2027. Yeah, like 2027, he just goes from Madrid to Barca. Vinny could do some shit.
Yo, imagine the El Clásicos, Vinny and Mbappe. I would love that, man. And Vinny is crazy enough to do that, Tosin.
He is.
The only thing is, Tosin, like the club has treated him really badly, but majority of the fan base, especially like the local ones and all of that, love Vinny. And I'm unsure if he would want to ruin the relationship with the fan base. What could happen?
Oh yeah, someone's talking about Endrick in the comments. Bro, Endrick cooked, man. I don't know why we never signed Endrick, bro.
Just so we both know why we didn't get Endrick and Esteval.
Luis Campos, yeah.
No, it was the president of Palmeiras. We'd completed the deal. What was it, Tosin? I'm just guessing numbers now. 100
players for 100 million.
For Endrick and Esteval. Yeah, and both players agreed. We went to Palmeiras to make it happen, and she said, "Sorry, I already promised Perez first."
It's gross, man. That's what these clubs do.
And I would love Endrick Tosin. It's just I can't see us negotiating with them.
Bayern scouted Pedri at Las Palmas before Barca. But here goes the Las Palmas directors, you know, calling the Barca directors like, "Hey, we got a player ready-made for you, tailor-made." Just cuck shit.
That's what we gotta compete with. Yo, it doesn't. I mean, I think the worst Twitter accounts has to be Mbappe and Yamal stance. Look at this Yamal fan. Just so you know, he's been on a gold rush since September. Now up to Barca standards. Like you're not gonna get him, man. Stop this.
And Barca don't really need to improve their attack, man. Like
No, they need a striker. They need a striker.
Actually, Lowell, yeah. They got to Lowell.
Ferran is good, but he's not Barca quality. I think this is the best Ferran will ever be. He's reached like his peak. He had like 30 GA last season or something, but he can't be a starter for Barca.
Ferran is the best super sub striker in the game. Him and Gonzalo.
Nah, Gonzalo much better.
Goals
like Ferran is actually
in terms of goals per 90 though.
Yeah, but Ferran is good at starting games as well.
Yeah, no, Ferran's more prolific. And Ferran can play, on the shoulder of the defense as well.
Now I understand maybe why they're pushing for Kangin Lee, because Almada is going to leave. Because Kangin Lee would be like a perfect right midfielder, because he's not a right winger. That's why he doesn't suit us that much, Tosin. But as a right midfielder, in a 4-4-2 Simeone style.
Yeah. But would he really go to Atleti to play in that garbage system? Granted, he might be given more responsibility. Maybe that's what he'll value.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's up to him.
Should we go for Maza? 100%. 100%. Could be biased, but no, I think Maza, because the biggest thing with Maza, before he used to be more of a 10 offensive 8, but because in Bayer Leverkusen Tillman played as the 10, he's shown amazing performances even as a box-to-box. And that versatility and his generational ceiling. And I've always wanted an Algerian at PSG, man. The biggest immigrant group in France is Algeria. How can't we have an Algerian at PSG? We have such a multi-ethnic nation team. Let's get an Algerian.
We got a Moroccan. That's close enough.
Yeah, but I don't even think Morocco are the second. I think Senegal are probably the second biggest immigrant group in. We got Bayern now.
True. But yeah, I mean, Maza, I wouldn't mind getting Maza. I wouldn't mind getting Maza at all. But I think he's probably going to stay at Liverpool maybe an extra season. And then he just looks like a player that's going to the Prem.
I hope not, man. No. Tosin, he's too good for that. I think it's like, for me, it's 4 clubs. The easiest one, obviously, because he's born and bred in Germany, Tosin. So I think he probably knows and likes Bayern a lot. And he knows how such a dominant club they are. And it would be an easy pathway. Apart from that, Tosin, it's PSG. And then the 2 big La Liga clubs, Madrid and Barca. He got that aura, Tosin. I'm telling you, he's not going to go to the Prem. The Prem would push for him, but he ain't none of it. If he goes there,
I'm not to Chelsea or City.
City is the only one, because you got Ait Nouri and you got, but like just from a sporting decision, Tosin, why the fuck would you join City? That is not like a club you want to join at the moment.
Yeah, possibly.
Maza. Oh.
Nah, you love Maza, man.
Yeah, obviously, Tosin. I just got to respond to this. Yo, Yusuf Benani, man. Huge shout out to you, man. You probably haven't watched my video I made on the entire situation, but one thing I've always made clear is that there's a clear line between your regime, Mohamed Sadis, people around him, and the Moroccan people. The Moroccan people are the same people as me. I live on the border, right next to Morocco. We have the same language, the same culture, the same religion. It's just that I'm massively heated about the corruption and the money bribing and even the killing. from the Moroccan regime, especially how they were stopping the protests that you Moroccans were doing. So we're in this together, and I hope Morocco get liberated from the Zionistic monarchy.
Shout out Morocco, man.
All right, maybe not Madrid then, because they got Nico Paz and Arda Güler.
Bro, Nico Paz. Bro, Nico Paz is ass. Bro, I watched his match comp versus, was it Juventus or Milan? Como played as a serious team recently. Was it Juve? I think it was Juve. Bro, Nico Paz is not, he's not that guy. I'm sorry. Very slow. Too slow for the top level. That's why it makes sense. When a lot of these players get loaned out, it's like these coaches kind of know what they're doing. When a player's not ready for the first team, they just see it. But yeah, I was like expecting. I was watching this Nico Paz match comp versus Juve, expecting to get wild, and I saw nothing. Not one meaningful action. Someone says we should sign Carezas, man. Bro, we should definitely sign Carezas for the summer. I think he'll probably stay at Genk. Genk actually changed their manager recently. And the manager's been, heaping praise on Carezas, saying he's the greatest talent in the Belgian league and all that. So I think Carezas is going to give them the whole season, and then in the summer, he's going to pick his next club. I think it should be us, man. I think we should be the team going for that. Watch Kenneth Eichhorn. Yeah, I think I came across a match comp of his. I think he's playing in the second division of German football. You know of that dude?
Who?
Kenneth Eichhorn.
No.
He's a German player, bro. He's linked to a bunch of top clubs in the Prem. He's like 6'5" or something. He's super tall as well. DM.
Because I remember people were talking about it before, about PSG sending a phone call with Hakimi and Mbaye to agree on return for the training. You think there could be potential beef between them, Sosan? I don't think so, because Mbaye is young. I think if Mbaye was older, maybe, but Mbaye is young, and it was Idrissa Gueye, Mane. They were the vocal players in that Senegalese team. Mbaye was just a footballer, so Hakimi is very respectful.
Hakimi has no beef with anyone, bro, and Mbaye neither. No, there's no beef, bro. Yo, Hakimi really negotiated with Mane for that, man. That's insane. He's actually a true captain, bro. Like, Hakimi can be a diplomat in the future.
Yeah, very Mbappe-esque.
I love how you connected that to Mbappe, bro. That's crazy.
Mbappe, I remember I recently watched back his press conference in a French thingy. Like, he could be a politician.
For sure.
Like a really great politician.
Basically, he can be a great liar. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting for tomorrow, bro? Sporting and all? Like, you expecting? Did you even drop like a preview video for the match?
No. I don't know, man. I thought I was gonna go into this game predicting a 5-1. I mean, I did predict a 5-1 in my video. That's my expectation. But because of the lost performance, honestly, I'm still a bit clueless. Shout out to Lucia for being really mad. That definitely sent a message to the players, and he definitely talked to them afterwards. So I'm gonna keep it like that. But I'm not like last time. Last time, Tosin, I was excited, like we're gonna do it. Now, I hope we're gonna do. Because last time, Tosin, I was so excited for the game we had recently, but that was massively disgusting to watch, man. The entire 90 minutes. So let's see. Double watch along? Why would I do a double watch along? Oh, you talk about the game at the same time? Oh no. When PSG, I just do PSG.
Oh, what other game? What other big game is on tomorrow?
Arsenal, Inter, Madrid, Monaco, Spurs, Dortmund.
Yeah, watch PSG tomorrow, guys. That's the only game worth watching.
You think we're gonna score goals?
Who's gonna score goals? Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Honestly, bro, I expect a big scoreline. I expect a big scoreline. We're gonna wear the red kit. I looked at some of the photos of the players at the stadium, and I just saw aura. I just saw too much aura, bro. Like, it was emanating through the screen, my phone screen. So I think the glow is back, to be honest, with the team. So when we come out with like a 5-0 or a 6-0, 7-1, don't be surprised.
I won't be, man. Yo, Garincha. What do you mean exactly, Santo? Like, are we playing a lot of? Is it the days we're playing, like the Friday games and all of? I think we play on Friday again. We play Algeria on Friday.
Whoa, yeah, we do. That's a short turnaround. Auxerre on Friday. Wow.
No, Ligue 1 have done every single thing, Tosin, to make this season as competitive as possible. And that's tough for us, man. From the referee decisions, he's talking about like the fixtures they're giving us. Let's see how we play Newcastle Wednesday. Okay, at least then we play on Sunday, Strasbourg. And then Sunday, and then Sunday, and then Sunday. What the fuck?
Oh, a bunch of Sundays in a row. That's not bad.
Yeah, there probably should have been like a Coupe de France game in between them.
That's good. No more Coupe de France nonsense.
And we won't play a round of 32. When do we play a round of 16? When was Liverpool? Was that beginning of March?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 5th of March.
No, yeah, 5th of March. You're right. Yeah.
Auxerre as well. Away as well. Yeah, but I mean, Auxerre, what? Oh, it's going to be a shitty game, man. They're like 17th in the league, like relegation battling. Oh, Finalissima. I think it's in.
It's in March. It's
May?
right after the round of 16.
Yeah,
it's in the international break. Basically, the international break after the knockouts.
Ooh. Man, Tosin. Like,
Argentina are gonna get spit roasted. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I need them to win, man, because the Yamal PR that day, man.
No, it's gonna be off the chain. But you know what? I think Argentina, they'll get smoked, but they'll do everything just for Yamal not to have a good game.
Yeah, because Argentina is that type of a national team.
For sure. Just smoke Yamal, and if you guys get cooked by other players, so be it. And hope Messi can conjure up something on the night.
Just we gotta stop this team, man. And I'm ready for it, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This team got aura. This team got aura, bro. This is Bayern are the team that, I look at as the team to beat outside of us in Europe.
Yeah, fuck the Arsenal, man. Shittiest team I've ever seen. I saw a video, Tosin. He said basically like Arsenal have all the games Arsenal have failed to win, they haven't scored a set piece goal in. I think what was it, like 11 out of 14 of the first goals they have scored have been set pieces. Like, it's so disgusting, man. There's such a set piece team. But Bayern, serious, man. Davis back now, Musiala back.
Nah, this
at
team
two
looks
double-legged
serious.
tie knockout stages. Away to Germany, one at the Park. But I don't know. We're not ready, Tosin, yet. Which is good. Like, the game won't be played yet if we face them.
I think what we have over Bayern is just the midfield, but
yeah,
would you argue that their attack is better? Yeah, and the control. Their attack, like, think about it. Because it's not, they have that front four, and then they have Davies.
Yeah, we have
Limer's been
Nuno Mendes, Hakim.
Nuno Mendes, I know, Hakim. That's what I'm saying. They're matching us. They're kind of low-key matching us. Sense, yeah. Like, that attack is crazy. No, and their front four or our front three. I think you might go with their front four.
Yeah, but you can't just out front three without mentioning both fullbacks. It's basically a front five.
Fair enough, but if you took out the fullbacks out the picture, and you just compared attacks,
and Diaz can't Olisa
I think their depth.
That's why if we have, so it would be Musiala, Olisa, Diaz, Kane versus Drou, Vicha, Dembuz, Alvarez. You see, now we're talking. Now, Bayern have a really great team, man. And they had like one of the worst transfer windows I've ever seen. Rejected by basically everyone. They just added Luis Diaz. And Jonathan Tah as well. But this is the same team that lost to Arsenal, Joseph.
They did. But again, like you pointed it out, man, last season, like you looked at the underlying numbers and they were mirroring ours, like in 2023, 2024. That's first season under Lucha. So you can tell like their process, they have the right process. Like, if we weren't going to win the Champions League, all my money is going on Bayern.
But you said it's over, huh?
Oh, it's so over. Like, our season's over in March. Just enjoy these next 6 weeks, man.
But I really would want to lock out Bayern, Tosin. Because then, and Tosin, you know when we talk about hunger and stuff? If we face Bayern, Tosin, I think our players would be so hungry, Tosin.
Oh, for sure.
I think probably the team that we want to beat the most at the moment is Bayern. Yeah, 100%. Because Chelsea is fucking shit. We don't care about Chelsea. We already beaten Barca this season. We slapped up Madrid. We don't care about the Premier League. And we beat them already last season, everyone. Bayern, Tosin.
No, Bayern and Barca. Bayern and Barca.
Yeah, maybe because
if we looked at our players,
one group stage game. Yeah, Bayern and Barca. Yeah,
our players would be looking at both those games. Yeah, Barca especially.
No, more Barca is like narratives, all of that. I think Bayern Tosin like just strictly football. Because they beat us, Tosin, and they beat us like I haven't seen a team beat us, Tosin. They came to the back. If Luis Diaz didn't get that red card, Tosin, he would have looked disgusting.
Nah, if it was gonna look quote unquote disgusting, Lucho probably wouldn't have had a job 24 hours after that. If it would have looked disgusting.
Well, it was a disgusting versus Chelsea Club Cup final. Big game. This was just a group stage game. Okay, let me find the stats from that game.
Which game?
The PSG Bayern. We need to win tomorrow.
Just look at the first half. Look at the first half.
No, exactly. That's what I want to say. Five big chances.
Dude, 5 big chances in a half? Not even a half.
And not even high XG, Tosin. What that shows you is they didn't create that many chances. But the ones they did were like, imagine having 7 shots with 5 of them being big chances.
4 on target.
With that 5 inside of the box, 1 right outside. This Gnabry one hit the post, double post.
Yeah.
I don't even think 0.12. I don't even know if that counts as a big chance. So they basically have maybe 6 big chances. We had one, obviously, Bradley Barcola, but Bradley. Oh, Marquinhos. Yeah, I mean, we did give them a complete free goal.
We did, man.
Yeah, no, good that you mentioned that, Mr. Man.
Bro, Marquinhos.
Like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like, Dembele, Fabian were not ready. Dembele got injured early on. And Dembele, it's not just his ability, it's his leadership. Imagine if you're the PSG players and Dembouz, your leader, goes off the pitch.
Right after scoring what we thought was a goal.
And that would have been a straight equalizer, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
They scored 4th, man. But this thing, now we have good time to recoup. We finally have Hakimi and Baye back, Tosin. Full squad. Chevalier is improving his performances. For me, the major question mark, Tosin, is number 5.
I believe in number 5. I'm going to shock you. I believe in number 5.
I mean, that is mathematically impossible, Tosin. We have gone through so much. I mean, just a Flamengo final, man.
Oh, man, that was rough.
Even the little game, man. Ethan and Mbappe pacing him.
Yeah, you think about the Super Cup, Marseille in the final. No, actually, he was good against Marseille. Or was he even that good against? I mean, he was.
I don't remember. I just need Zabarni to perform, man. Because then Lucha will give him that starting role.
If Zabarni is not up to scratch this season, they're probably going to look for a center back in the summer.
Yeah, no. Jaquet Zabarni, that's perfect, Tosin, for the right center back spot. The only issue now, Tosin, with Chelsea going in, they're talking about 70 million for Jaquet, 80 million. we are never paying that for him.
No, that's what. No.
We paid fucking 70 was a button, but that was like Premier League tax and all of that.
It's these prem clubs, man.
Yeah, Ordian, I saw that. He got like hit by the Senegal fans or something. Very disgraceful, man.
Damn. City is unpredictable. Also, Guehi joining will make the defense strong. Yo, speaking of City and Guehi, did you see that Pep has spent close to $2 billion in transfer fees? $2 billion since he started coaching City, and that's $800 million more than the next manager. I don't know who the next manager even is on that list. Pep is gross, man.
What, since what year was it?
16?
Wow. But I mean, he's been at a club for a while. But Diego Simeone is second. 1.22. Antonio Conte. But like, look at all of these. Pep Guardiola is by far the most successful one. It's by far. Like what? Tuchel is the one who got UCL. Yeah, alongside these. Yeah. What? Simeone has 2 La Liga titles.
True.
And 2 UCL
couple
finals.
Copa del Reyes.
Bunch of league titles.
Yeah.
Algeria league titles. UCL final. Liga Unai Emery. I mean, he's the only one here that hasn't won a trophy, man.
Ten Hag is gross, man. $1 billion. Ten Hag signed a lot of duds. That's what that means.
Luis Enrique. 900 to 1.2. Oh, so only 900 million. So
yeah,
Lucha. And he has what? 2 trebles, 6 super, bunch of other titles. Let me screenshot this. It's a great post. Eddie Howe, 1 billion. Show biggest transfers of Eddie Howe. Like Voltemade, 95, Tonali, 60. Wow, they haven't even so it's a bit old because they don't have Voltemade here, which means they probably not looked at the recent Lucho thingy. No, they have Voltemade here. They have Voltemade, Wisa, Livramento, Botman, Harvey Barnes. So they have like side insanely expensive, and this is in pounds as well. So it's more expensive because we usually look at euros all the time. But it just signed so many players, I think, because they did an entire squad rebuild at Newcastle when the Saudi owners came in.
I'm surprised he's still the coach there. He's done I guess a good job there, but I thought they would go with like a more
like they need someone to take them to that next step now, like a big manager.
But the thing is, I don't think they've been able to take that next step because they've kind of been financially hamstrung. because
yeah,
the Premier League
FFP.
have these new regulations, that they've implemented and stuff.
Yeah, no, Premier League's just becoming like NBA, man, where every single team is good, Tosin. And one season this team wins the league. That's what they want, Tosin. They want one season at West Ham to win it once. Like nobody wants that in football, man. Like Tosin, when you think of peak basketball, even though it was boring, it was Michael Jordan Bulls. It was the Golden State Warriors. We like teams that dominate, Tosin.
No, you like dynasties. That's when
you like
that's
dynasties.
when the TV ratings are the highest because teams then go to watch these said dynasties lose. They hate watch these dynasties, so they lose.
Last year, Tosin was Oklahoma, first final since 2013 with KD.
2012, yeah.
2012, and then versus Pacers. I don't know, first finals since like 80s or something. But it was a fucking shit final. Nobody watched it. Nobody wants that shit, man.
The thing is, Indiana's like a basketball city. So it was probably big locally in both cities, but yeah.
Yeah, but like look, if the Leicester City wins it, look, if we all loved Leicester City, Tosin. But why did we like Leicester City, Tosin? Because that never happens. But if it's always a Leicester, if I see Bournemouth in top 4, and then I see fucking who's in top 4 in the Premier League now? It's some other shitty team. Like Aston Villa. Aston Villa gets a little bit calm. They got some shit team in top 4. Or they have Brentford. Yeah, Brentford is 7th. Like nobody wants to see this shit, man. Nobody wants this. Everybody can beat every team. Wait, I saw a Premier League thing. Premier League, every team. Like Prem fans are so weird. It's only them that like this shit, and then they cook every other league for doing it. Yeah. Okay. This is the post that I've seen Premier League fans glaze. This season, everyone has beaten everyone. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see this. Honestly, nobody wants to see this, man.
I mean, they would argue parity.
Yeah, I don't want parity in football. No.
I agree. I think there should be elitism in sports. But, unfortunately, the NBA, they did the same thing. That's how they crippled the Warriors dynasty. They changed the salary cap rules.
Yeah, and then you gotta pay
taxation. The
owner has to pay.
Yeah, luxury tax, all that just fucked up our whole shit. There goes our dynasty. Now, if you have the highest salary bill in the NBA, you're gonna be paying crazy luxury tax. The last time we won the chip in 2022, we had the highest salary bill in the NBA. The NFL has always been predicated on parity. So I think the NBA kind of looked at that and wanted to copy the NFL. The Premier League, they looked at the Americanization of shit. They have a lot of American influence in the Premier League.
Yeah, 10 clubs in the Premier League are owned by Americans, half of it.
Yeah. So I'm sure that they pushed for a lot of these changes,
Yeah.
To how these things are run. So yeah, it's all about parity. But look, man, sometimes you gotta let the best be the best, man.
No, Joseph, we all loved Leicester City. Everybody support. I loved Leicester City, especially with Mahrez and everything. Why? Because it's a special thing, Joseph. Nobody saw it coming. Like when you got this all the time, man, who wants to watch your league, man?
Yeah, man. No, the Premier League sucks, bro. If you've noticed, like no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about league football like that anymore. The only league that really matters is the Champions League.
Oh, for sure.
That's really That's what football consumption's come to. Like Barca fans keep trying to cope with the fact, oh, we win La Liga. We win La Liga, but no one really cares that you're winning La Liga. Yeah. Even you guys don't really care that you're winning. You really want the Holy Grail. You know? You want that Champions League. That's why I was so in on the Club World Cup last season, bro.
Yeah, that's going to be huge next one. Because now Pope Chosen, everyone is used to it. Everybody knows about it. I can't remember. And we're already in it.
No, we have to win it, bro. So the 2028-2029 season, let's say by then we've won like 3 Champions Leagues. 3 Champions Leagues in 4 years. At that point, we're thinking, let's win the Club World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about the UCL that season. All right. Joseph, hook me up with your prediction. And let's hope for the best tomorrow, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with an 8-2 tomorrow.
That was hat-trick? I remember someone commented it before.
It don't matter who scores. I'm just gonna go with the 8. I'm going with 8-3. I'm gonna go with the 8-3.
And the last double question chosen regarding Alvarez. What would you pay for Alvarez? And then what would you pay plus Gonzalo for him? So if it's strictly Alvarez, or we give Alvarez plus Gonzalo plus money.
With Alvarez, I really don't. I'm not that fussed to get him. I just like the flow state that we're in right now, and I think Kvara and Barcola, who we've been mostly disappointed in this season, I think they're going to step up in the second half. I think they're going to score a lot more goals. But if we had to get Alvarez, I would just do Gonzalo plus cash. I think that's the most amenable way to do it. I mean, 40-50. That's more than fair.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, 40-50. That's more than fair. I don't think Atleti would be receptive to that. They might probably just want straight cash. Because these, for some reason, these deals are very hard to do club to club. These straight swaps and stuff. They got to get the balancing right in terms of the accounting and all that. But yeah, I would probably do that. I even asked you at the start, would you trade both Gonzalo and Kang together?
Oh, easy.
Wow. Okay, I mean,
like, I don't rate. No, I like Kang, but come on.
Yeah, I'm not. Only player I'm really excited about right now, man, is Drou. Drou season is upon us, guys. Drou. Barca fans trying to pretend, oh, he's not that good. He's not that good. He's just another dude, man. He's just not that good. We'll see.
Yo, I feel fulfilled. I already feel fulfilled, Tosin. Because I know every good game Drou is going to have with something, you'll be like, yo, Phil, did you catch that Drou performance? Did you see that Drou assist? It's like we took their bitch.
Yeah. All right, G. I'll catch you later, man.
Will do, Tosin, man. Take care, bro.
Peace, bro.
Yeah. Peace. We don't know Orlean. Because Orlean, this deal should have been done maybe like 2 days ago. We've already an agreement to withdraw. Barca, though, I think I bookmarked this report. They are deliberately delaying the transfer of Drou to PSG from Fabrizio Romano. Lifting the Billis clause is taking time because relations between PSG and Barca are complicated, but the player will indeed commit to PSG and operation orchestrated by Luis Enrique has been discussed. Dembele? Yeah, but Drou. They are deliberately making it take longer time. I think I have another one. Yeah, here. Wow, it got deleted. It's this one. It got deleted by PSG community, as you can see. Yeah, but yeah, compliqué. Les relations entre le PSG et le Barça sont compliquées. And yeah, they're basically just fucking wasting our time. So we'll see early on when we get there. Here we go. Make a video about it when we get it. That's been your boy PSGINT. You heard my prediction 5-1. You heard Tosin's prediction 8-3. We're definitely going to see goals tomorrow, I believe. As Sporting are already basically through to the round of 32. That's been it from boy PSGINT. Hopefully got deleted because Fabrizio responded saying that's not what he exactly said. Okay. We'll see then, Orlean. We'll see. It could be done now when we'll have him for Auto game. For sure, 100%. But yeah, that's been it from boy PSGINT. Hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this pre-match podcast. And as usual, allez.